I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Sunday morning. Well, we have a very important visitor today. We have the Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Cuba. And his name is Ernesto Soberón Guzmán. And he feels that the American people should know what the position of his government is and how they feel about getting together. Ambassador Guzmán, welcome to WABC. And tell us, I've been to Cuba a few times, and I've always enjoyed it. And the Cuban people have always been very hardworking, very, very intelligent people. And tell us where we are right now in the relationship between the United States and Cuba.
Thank you very much, John, to having us here and to give us the opportunity to talk with the American people. Well, as you mentioned, we are now in a difficult moment in terms of the relation between Cuba and the U.S. And this is not a new scenario, but I think that the most important thing is that the Cuban government and the Cuban people have been consistently saying that we want a different kind of relation with the U.S. government and with the U.S. People. We have very good relation with our people, but everybody knows that we have difference between our government. And we want a relation when we can build and move forward in different areas and establish different kind of cooperation between Cuba and the U.S., beneficial not only for Cuba, but also for the U.S. We consider that we have a lot of areas where we have the opportunity to work together with the U.S. and have important results in terms of the cooperation and in terms of the relation. For example, we have the area of migration. We have signed 3 different agreements with the U.S. government in terms of migration. So we have been working together with the U.S. government in terms to guarantee a regular and a safe flow of migrants from Cuba to the U.S. We have been working also very hard with the U.S. in order to combat the drug trafficking. Cuba is in the Caribbean Sea, like everybody knows, so we can work together in order to avoid that drugs arrive to the U.S. coast. We have been working also very hard in the past in terms of health cooperation. We have a very well-known biotechnological industry in Cuba. We produce a lot of effective medicines or biotechnological products in Cuba that could help the American people. For example, right now we are producing a very effective biotechnological product against Alzheimer. Here you have 7 million people that suffer Alzheimer. We have been also working hard with the U.S. in the past in terms of business and opportunities in business and investment opportunities in Cuba. Cuba became just a few years ago the first overall destination for the cruise ship companies based in Florida. So we have a lot of opportunities in the sector of tourism, in the sector of oil production, in the sector of mining, in the agricultural sector. We are not a big country, but we have a market of 10 million people, plus the tourists that arrive in Cuba. So we are talking about a market of around 12, 13, 14 million people, which is a very interesting market for the American companies, most of basically those ones that are based in Florida. So we don't want a confrontation with the U.S. Of course, we are an independent country. We are a sovereignty country, so we have to defend our independence, our sovereignty. But we consider that even with the difference that we know that we have with the U.S. government, we have the opportunity to talk, to seek to talk, to establish a bilateral agenda in order to move forward in terms of cooperation and also in order to talk about our difference.
Now, when you say the differences, everybody wants peace. And What do you feel the differences are in what's been in the newspapers?
Well, for example, we know that the U.S. government have concerns about democracy in Cuba, about human rights, about freedom of speech. We have also concerns about those issues here in the U.S. So our position is that we are open to talk about everything with the U.S. based on reciprocity, based on respect of sovereignty, based on respect of independence, and not interference in the internal affair. But we can talk about everything with the U.S. We are open to talk about everything with the U.S.
Is there anything in particular that you feel that the American press has misrepresented?
Well, usually the U.S. press, in my humble opinion, they don't show the real vision of Cuba. They only show the shadows, but they don't show the lights. And Cuba, as every country all over around the world, we have shadows and also we have lights. For example, during the pandemic, during the COVID, Cuba was the only country all over around the world that was able to produce with its own resource, with its own people, without any help from outside, 5 different candidates against COVID. 3 of them, they became vaccines. We are the only country in the world that vaccinate children under 2 years, So those are results that show us that Cuba has something to show to the world, that Cuba has something to share to the world. Cuba is well known for our education system. Cuba is well known for our health system. Cuba is the country with the highest rate of gold Olympic medal per habitant in the world. And everything of that, it was a result of the policy that was implemented after 1959 in Cuba. So, as I reiterate, as every country all over around the world, we have something to fix. Yes, but at the same time, we have a lot of results that we can share and we can show to the world.
Understood. Anything else you want to tell the American people?
No, I just want to reiterate that American peoples are welcome in Cuba. And we saw that a few years ago when they visited Cuba and they returned to the U.S. and they invited some other American people to travel to Cuba because they found there a peaceful country, a safe country, a friendly people. That's what Cuban has to offer to the U.S. Cuba has to offer friendship. Cuba has to offer culture. Cuba has to offer great music. We have a lot of history in terms of the cooperation between our musicians. So we have a lot of things. We are neighbors at the end of the day. So even when we have difference, we have to work both together for a better relation between our countries.
Ambassador Guzmán, thank you for stopping by this Sunday morning. And God bless you. God bless your people. God bless America. And I hope we could work together in the near future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation and for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.